imagine you are a student in Indonesia country, especially you live in Surabaya city. Every rainy season, your neighborhood floods. Streets become rivers, homes are damaged, and daily life is disrupted. Now imagine if your math class could help you to understand and solve this real-world problem. This is exactly what we set out to achieve with our revolutionary flood guard learning module. And today we will explore how we can transform traditional mathematics education by connecting abstract mathematical concepts with the urgent environmental challenge of urban flooding to creating a learning experience that is both meaningful and impactful. Let's start by understanding the challenge. Indonesian students consistently struggle with mathematical literacy according to the international assessment like PISA. But here is the key insight. The problem isn't that students can't do math. It is that they can't see how math connects to their real world. Think about your own math education. How often did you ask, when will I ever use this? This disconnect between abstract mathematical concepts and practical applications is exactly what we identified as the core problem. Students learn formulas for calculating volume, but they don't understand why volume calculations matter when designing flood management system. Now, consider the context of urban flooding in Indonesia. Cities like Surabaya face increasing flood risk due to rapid urbanization and climate change. This creates a perfect storm. Students who struggle with mathematical applications living in communities that desperately need mathematical solutions for environmental challenge. This is where the brilliance of STEM integration becomes clear. By connecting science, technology, engineering, and mathematics within meaningful contexts, we can transform how students engage with mathematical learning. So, we developed Flood Guard as a comprehensive STEM integrated mathematics learning module. Let me break down what makes this approach revolutionary. So, Flood Guard integrates 4 key domains seamlessly. In the science domain, students analyze rainfall patterns and water flow principles. They are not just memorizing facts, they are understanding the scientific principles behind urban drainage system. And then for the technology, students utilize digital tools and simulations to model flood scenarios. This is not just using technology for technology's sake. It's using computational thinking to solve real problems. The third one is about the engineering component. Involves applying the engineering design process to develop flood management solutions. Students become engineers, designing drainage system and calculating optimal specifications. Finally, mathematics become the language they use to express their solution. They perform volume calculations, apply geometric principles, and then they can comparison the volume and conduct statistical analysis, all within the meaningful context of flood management. Now let's examine how we ensure our module would actually work. We use a systematic research and development methodology called the 4D model, which consists of 4 phases: define, design, develop, and disseminate. In the define phase, we conducted comprehensive analysis of the problem in mathematics education and the realities of flood management in urban context. We didn't just assume that we knew what students needed. We systematically identified the specific challenge that needed addressing. The design phase involved creating user interface and user experience frameworks that would engage students effectively. This wasn't just about making things look pretty. It was about understanding how students learn and designing experience that support mathematical development within environmental context. And then the develop phase, which in this research focus on involve creating the actual module and crucially validating its effectiveness through expert assessment. This is where the research becomes particularly interesting from a methodological standpoint. The validation results are impressive, using Eigenvalue formula which measures expert agreement on educational materials. We achieved high validity scores across all assessment dimensions. For media validity, we achieved an overall Eigenvalue index of 0.77, indicating high validity. Individual items range from 0.67 to 0.94, showing strong expert consensus about the module quality and educational appropriateness. Material validity was even higher at 0.82, with individual items ranging from 0.67 to 0.94. This demonstrates that the mathematical content, pedagogical approach, and alignment with learning objective all meet rigorous educational standards. Initially, mathematical problems lack clear connections to real fluid management scenarios. Media validators point out that problems should explicitly connect to authentic situations that students could relate to their local environment. We respond by enhancing problem context with specific reference to Surabaya's fluid management challenge and including local geographical features. Validator also note that the module needs more interactive features allowing students to manipulate variables and observe outcomes in fluid scenarios. These feedbacks led to the addition of interactive simulation where students can adjust drainage parameters and observe mathematical relationships in real time. One of the most important improvements involves scaffolding, the support structures that help students transition from basic concepts to complex problem solving. Material validator emphasized that students needed more support in transition, leading to the implementation of progressive learning pathways with intermediate steps and guided practice activities. The Fluid Guard module represents more than just an educational innovation. It's a model for how education can prepare students to address the complex challenge of our interconnected world. By integrating STEM disciplines within meaningful context, we can create learning experiences that are both academically rigorous and personally relevant. If you want to see our project more detailed, you can scan this barcode. This barcode contains our project more detailed by assessment, student worksheet, learning modules, our website that we pull about the data of rainy season in Surabaya, and there are some video of our STEM exhibition and the others. You can see that. Okay. Thank you for exploring the fascinating example of how research can transform educational practice and prepare students for the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century.